Hi everybody, I want to jump on here. It's been a long time since I've jumped on here and done a live video or a recent video. This isn't really live, this is recorded, but I record it because I never know what's going to come out, right? The reason it's been so long, hey, let me catch you up. There's been a lot of changes in my life. I am a life coach, and I've spent the last month and a half, 6 weeks or more, right, putting together an online coaching program. It's actually a 5-week course. It's entitled Yes You Can, and I'll be sharing different bits and pieces about that Yes You Can program. You'll probably see it popping up over the internet and over social media here in the next couple of weeks as I'm actively promoting it. It'll be kicking off here in about 3 weeks. And in that 5-week program, we really spend a lot of time helping people discover who they are at the core, how to control their emotions, what their beliefs are, how to overcome limiting beliefs. And I guess that is a core. What we're looking at is how to become more self-aware of what it is that's going on the inside. Yeah, the reason for the video today is I want to jump on here because there's a subject that a lot of people don't openly admit or confess or share with other people. And I think we miss the point by not sharing it. So I'm going to come forward and say, hey, you ever get those thoughts in your head? I'm not weird, right? I mean, scientists say that we get inundated with over, I'm going to say 5,000 or 6,000. I think it's actually more than that, but thousands of thoughts each and every day, just random thoughts that pop in our head. And some of those thoughts, well, they're pretty gross. They're pretty disgusting. Some of them are downright rude and cruel. I think you know where I'm coming from. And for me, those thoughts generally pop in my head probably the most challenging point in time for me of the day. And that's when I first wake up. After I hit the snooze the second time and then I start to roll over and I get up and I head to the shower and those thoughts start popping in my head. Things like, I'm really not feeling it today. I'm tired. Oh my God, do I got to face that guy again today? I don't really want to do that today. I'm not looking forward to that today. Is today going to be a better day? Those are the kind of things that start popping into my head. And those thoughts, man, I'm just telling you, those thoughts are key because what you discover, or what I discovered through my coaching courses and the course that I put together here recently, we're going to be rolling out, and Yes You Can, is those thoughts that you have, they really affect your emotions, and they really set the stage or the tune for how your day is going to roll out. That's truly, truly, truly the case. And one of the challenging things that I've found, and perhaps you're similar, is that sometimes those thoughts that you have in the morning and you kind of brush them aside and you don't think on those thoughts because you don't like the way they sense or the way they feel, or maybe you just don't agree with them altogether. You push those aside, but every now and then you get one of those thoughts that just seem to stick, And I say just seem to stick. For instance, there's something going on at work and it'll pop in my head. I really don't want to do this today. It's cold, it's rainy. So that thought just sticks in my head. And it's hard for me to get that thought out of my head. Well, what I want to do, and the purpose of this video, is to share with you a little technique and something that I learned from my personal life coach, a lady by the name of Kibi Whitehead, that has worked for me. And I want to share it with you because I'm telling you, it works. If you'll try this and give it a shot, you'll see that if you want to control those thoughts that pop in your head in the morning, well, we need to fend them off, right? We need to push them to the side and replace them with something new. I guess just like anything else in life, right? If you want to put something new into your life, you got to push something else out of the way to make new, right? I mean, if you want a new couch, you got to get rid of the old one first because you won't have anywhere to put the new one. That makes sense. It's the same way with if you want anything more in life, you got to learn how to appreciate that what you have. I mean, that's something Dad always told me when I was a kid. But what I want to share with you is I began doing a thing that's called a gratitude journal. And if you get into law of attraction, which is something that I've studied quite a bit here as of late, it's scientifically proven and been documented. I mean, there are actually scientific experiments that have been performed in the last 10 years to prove that we as a body give off energy. And that energy is produced by the feelings and emotions that we hold within our being. And they show a rating of the highest frequency versus the lowest frequency. And of course, the highest is love and gratitude. And the lowest of all those feelings and emotions, of course, would be love, or would be hate, right? Hate and anger. Those would be the low end of the spectrum. But when these frequencies are put off, which are developed by our emotions and our feelings, they actually attract things into our lives. So this is kind of cool, and this really does work. I encourage you to try this. I started a thing called a gratitude journal. I just basically got these stenographer notebooks. I bought 3 of them at Walmart. This is my second one. I got another one to fill up yet. But I sit down every morning before I go to work with a cup of coffee and a pen. And it starts off, I am so happy and grateful that. That's how I start off the heading. And then I proceed to numerically order 1 through whatever, usually some around 15 to 20 of these things that I have to be so happy and grateful for. And it's amazing when you start doing this, how your thoughts change and how those negative thoughts, those bad thoughts that we don't want to entertain in our thought are quietly pushed aside. It truly does work. And I know it's not real easy, at least the first couple of times I did it, to come up with more than 3 or 4 or 5. I mean, obviously we're happy and grateful that we're alive. That's usually how I start off. I usually say, I'm so happy and grateful for another day of life. And I know this is redundant to do that over and over and over every day, but I'm placing seeds in my head, right, of positive thoughts, positive emotions, things that I had to be grateful for. And I start looking at the things that I have in my life. I have a good running car. You know, I have a warm home. I have a nice home. I have a good job. I have a healthy family. My wife and kids are healthy. I'm healthy. I can see good. I have good vision. So just start listing down things that you had to be grateful for. And if you get in the habit of doing this each and every day, I can almost promise you, though there's no such thing as a guarantee in life, within a matter of days, you will see things begin to change in your life. And I really mean that, because when you start doing these great gratitude thoughts, then you're changing your frequency, right? You're changing that energy that you're putting out into the universe. And you will see that what scientists has proven is what we put out, we actually attract back into our lives. So I want to encourage you today. This is one of those topics that we deal with in my new program, Yes, You Can, is gratitude thoughts. You know, our thoughts. Thoughts are really, truly things, and they really do carry energy, and they really do have frequency. So we need to get in the habit, right? The gratitude journal will help us maintain a higher level of frequency in the thought energy that we're putting out into the universe. And try it and see what happens in the next couple of days. Hey, thanks for checking in. There'll be some more stuff coming. I'm going to start sharing more information about the scientific evidence and documentation on the universe and the energy field, and how energy is produced by our feelings and emotions, and what it can do and how it impacts your life. Thanks for checking in. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.